Salam, shalom. All praises to the horizon. Peace and wisdom, wise solace here. Can I get a sound check if anyone's present? Peace and wisdom. I see a few of y'all are in here now. Can I get a sound check, please? Wise solace here. All praises to the horizon. Salam, shalom. As I let a few of you get in here, I want to say, as always, you can join the channel now. Therefore, you can have access to private content, private videos. I shared one earlier. So all you have to do is press the join, the blue join word. It'll show you the options. Pick whichever one is best for you and get to your wisdom. Of course, you all know I have the big sale this week. All my magazines are $1. All you have to do is visit wiseservant.org. No funny spellings. wiseservant.org. I know you can't I know you can't see that. Don't worry about it. I got it. As I said, all the magazines are $1, except for the Spirits in the Spine. That one is $3.99. And so make sure you read the fine print and everything. Hopefully everyone's in good spirits. Now let me salute all my members. What's going on, Big 133, Joshua Hall, R. Jr. You know you didn't have to, I'll talk to you another time, Joshua Hall. Peace and Wisdom, K Flame 90. You not a member, so you got to you get last. You come last. I'm just playing. What's going on, Young Pegs? Marcel Savago. I should have said you first. Page 3. As I said, hopefully everyone's in good spirits. It's a full moon this evening, and it's a clear sky. And so y'all all take a time out sometimes to look at the life y'all are part of. You know, take a time out, look at the moon. Sit on the porch with your lady, look at the moon. This is better than y'all are. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all be fighting in the day too. COVID got y'all tripping. I know y'all choking each other out. And so take a time from wrestling. Look at the moon, get some fresh air. Peace and wisdom. Peace and wisdom, H.N. Waters. Now, I suppose there's enough of you guys in here. I'm going to go on ahead and begin. Of course, you guys all see the title, which is You Will Be Thirsty in Hell. And so it's a deep thing. In modern times, most of you guys view hell, heaven as well, as something that will be experienced, later when you die. If I'm not clear, please let me know. I'll say that again. Most of you guys in today's times view heaven or hell as something that you will experience later. Like when you die. Now, if you're someone and you say, man, I don't believe in heaven and hell, this is fine. I'm sure you believe in something. And so whatever you believe in, you're going to be thirsty. It's deep. And so let's get to this deep knowledge. Now, as I said, most of you guys in today's times, y'all believe Heaven and hell is something that you'll experience when you die. And so, riddle me this. Adam was in heaven, got evicted, had kids, a wife, a goldfish, a dog. They had kids. Those kids had kids all the way up to present time. Adam dies, of course, at some point during all of this. The point I'm making is this. If heaven is when you die, why did Adam have it first? And before you make up a lie, remember that heaven and hell comes from the good book. And so I'll say again, why did Adam have heaven first, then die, but y'all view it in reverse? It's just a thought. It's just a deep thing. I'm here to provoke thought. I have the answer, but I'm keeping it to myself. Y'all are not worthy. It's a deep thing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to abuse y'all. Peace and wisdom, Clarence Bostic. And special way of thinking. And so my point is this. How'd you all miss that? Y'all are deep scholars. Y'all are the best that life got to offer. I'm not being funny. Y'all are manifested forth from, the duat, death. So y'all persistent little boogers. And I'm just, I'm sorry. Y'all know I have laughing problems. I try. I'm not lying. I truly try. But y'all persistent boogers, forced through death. Say I have to be alive because I have ego. This is the urge. What helps you guys to wake up from y'all abyss every night? Ego. You say, I have things to do. You have nothing to do but be a slave for somebody else, but this doesn't matter because you have ego. And so the ego is the urge. Many of you guys will say, what urge? I have no urges. I wasn't feeling on myself, Mr. Solace. I'm not talking about you, pervert. The urge, to just be an individual. And this is what physical life is all about. Individuals manifesting forth. And so my point is, if you guys are so wise, how did y'all miss that Adam had heaven first? My question is this. Who had heaven last? Who died and had heaven? I'm just asking. Heaven, hell, they're opposites. I suppose if heaven was first, y'all are going to be thirsty in hell. It's a deep thing. It's a matter of not paying attention. And so I want to get into this deep video for you guys. Are y'all grasping so far? Or does anyone have any discrepancies? I know y'all are full of those. If anyone likes to give back for this deep sacred wisdom that you wouldn't have otherwise, you can visit wiseservant.org, paypal.me/SolaceSolari, allcash.app/$ the real Solace. Okay, 133 said you're grasping. When you get a chance, write down to me and tell me what your what do you get out of what I just said? It's a deep thing. I wish I was present so y'all can just ask in real time. There's certain things I like to ask y'all, like, what do y'all think about what I just said? Because it's deep. I'm not sure if it went over some of y'all head. But whatever you know about heaven and hell, so you got it from the good book. According to the good book, whether you're a Muslim or Christian, according to your knowings. So Adam was created, then he was in heaven. Got evicted, as I said. That's always so funny to me. How do you get kicked out of heaven? Adam had to be black. There's no, forget it. I don't even get into that. That's not right. But, because nationality is a lie, but Adam had to be an indigenous man. How do you get kicked out of heaven? How do you get if some of y'all got evicted out of preschool? Meaning you was bad at 3. How do you get this deep? I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go to the low parts of myself. Y'all see my face. I know some people really dumb. They say, how does a 3-year-old high school kids get kicked out? How does a 3 some of y'all so ghetto and goes to y'all kids? They get kicked out of preschool. This is a deep thing. Peace and wisdom, Al Al. And so as I said, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim, so you have the story of Adam and he was in heaven. And then he got evicted. He had children, these children had children, those children had children, all the way till you get to current time. Because the story didn't stop. My point is, Adam had heaven first. Then he died. Y'all believe, of course, y'all live, y'all die, y'all live again. Nah, I'm just playing Mad Max style. But y'all believe y'all live, y'all die, then y'all go to heaven. And so, I'll just leave you with this if you're a Christian. You got some thinking to do on that. Now, if you're a member, of course, I'll give you the answer later or something. You just have to remind me. Now, I'm going to do a little reading for you guys because I said you guys are going to be thirsty, a little parched in good old hell. You have to say it like that. Hell. You're going to be really thirsty. It's a deep thing. They don't have any 50-cent sodas there. You have to take it. You have to take that thirst. It's good for you. I'm sorry. I'm pulling out that good old King James. Give me a second. If y'all want, y'all can go on ahead and hit up hit up my super chat. Put a little money on it. So I make sure it works. Because this is deep. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even barely get 12 minutes in, and I can end a video right now. This is a classic. Let's be honest. Hold on, before I even get into this scholarship. Because I charge for scholarship. Y'all about to get it free. And so, who can disagree that if I end this video right now, y'all ain't just get a classic? Again, Adam was in heaven first. You can think on that for the next whole month. Meaning I set you straight for 30 days. You might not get the answer, but you're sure going to think on that and say, Adam did Adam did have heaven first. They didn't say anything about anything after that. And so it's a deep thing. Like I said, y'all are going to hell. You see how y'all like to treat me unfairly? So grasp. These things like that is the reason. Now let's get into the deep scholarship. Luke 16, peace and wisdom 133. You don't have to give back, young man. You already you joined the channel. Now, Luke 16, chapter 19. I'm sorry. Luke chapter 19, verse. Y'all making me mess up, man. Luke chapter 16, verse 19. I'm saying that if any of you guys want to pull out and read. I know y'all live in times where y'all have to seek out contradiction, anything you can in someone teaching you. And so my question to you guys is, why don't y'all put that same energy into the things y'all adopted? Meaning, whatever you believe in, why don't you do the same? Just a thought. You'd find so much. Like what I just said about Adam. Now, Luke, chapter 16, verse 19. Peace and wisdom, young man. Need more like you in life, you know. Luke 16, verse 19 says, there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen. Purple was an important color in the past. And fed sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died, probably from being hungry, and was carried by the angels. The part I said about him being hungry is not in there. Don't worry about it. Just read it along. We're at verse 22. And it says, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and seeing Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water, and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. And besides all this, between us and you there's a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot. Basically telling him, even if I wanted to help you, I can't, but I don't want to help you. And so he says, neither can they pass to us, neither can, we pass to you. Verse 27 says, then he said, I pray thee, therefore, Father, that thou wouldst send him to my father's house. This is, the rich man in hell telling Lazarus, like, send somebody to my father's house and tell them about this. He said, for I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment. And Abraham saith unto him, deep shit. That's not what it says. I'm saying what Abraham said was deep. And so Abraham saith unto him, they have Moses and the prophets, let them hear him. And so he burned from him. And so he let him burn from there. Basically, he said, if you're not going to give me a little finger's worth of wetness, because I'm thirsty, can you at least send Lazarus to go tell my brother and them, when they die, you're going to be thirsty. And so Lazarus told him, don't worry about that. They got Moses and the prophets. Basically to tell him, don't worry. You can tell them when they get here. I'm just playing. But that's truly what he meant, You can tell them yourself when they get here because they don't listen to Moses and the prophet. So it's like sarcasm. They have Moses and the prophets. Now he just died, so he already know that. He already know they don't listen to Moses and the prophets. That's why he like, yo, can you send this dead man Lazarus? Because they'll believe him. And so like sarcasm. Oh, don't worry about that. They have Moses and the prophets. Let them listen to him or them. So the point of that verse, most of you guys get from that, meaning the point of that verse is just to support what I told y'all. That you're going to be thirsty in hell. Now, some of you guys may say, I ain't a Christian. And so that's okay. That reference is for those who are Christians. If you not one, that's fine. Just remember, just listen to what I said. I'm just using the Christianity just in case they don't want to grasp. Now, everyone grasp. Because I know most of you guys take from that text, okay, if I'm rich, I'm going to hell. And if I'm broken poor, so I will be in the bosom of Abraham. Now, wherever he takes me, I don't know, but it's better than fire and thirst. And so I want you guys to grasp, it has nothing to do with rich and poor. It has to do with desires, meaning the rich man fulfills all his desires, whatever ones he get. In that he becomes addicted to a certain routine. You get it? He's addicted, he's accustomed to what he's used to having. Therefore, if it's taken from him, so it's a great deal of torment. You can use this reference in real life. Whatever. You have your car. Let's say they come repo it right now. You'd lose your mind. You'd be like all crying tomorrow. Say, fuck, I gotta ride the bus. What's the Uber number? Like, you'd go crazy. You know, you've put yourself on this pedestal now. You get it? You're accustomed. This is basically a nice way of saying you're addicted. And so I want you guys to grasp. It is saying that it has nothing to do with rich, but it has to do with how much desires y'all have and how much y'all try to fulfill them. You have those that have very little desire. Now, of course, when you're dealing with the poor, so they naturally have very little desire. Meaning, y'all don't have the desires that the rich and famous have. Y'all don't realize it. They're somewhere right now rich, like, man, I should just fly to Paris. You get it? Now, you like, I didn't even have that thought in my mind. I'm just trying to have a good day. Like that. And so it takes a little bit for you to be fulfilled because you're used to having a little, if you're poor. But for the rich person, it's different. They're used to a lot. And so truly, they'll never be satisfied. They work up. It's like drinking. So you work up, what is that called? A tolerance. You can just drink a whole bunch. So this is how rich people are with their desires. They work up a tolerance. And so you have to grasp when one dies, one is still accustomed to what he knows. It's like when you go into dreams, so you don't have your body with you, but you don't like think like you don't. You accustomed to it, you familiar with it, you know it here, so you don't need to do a dick check when you go in a dream. You like, nah, all my stuff is there. Just a thought. Use it wisely. Peace and wisdom, Xavier 66. And so grasp. Let's say a man has a $100 a day cocaine habit. And so when he dies, so he still thirsts for one last bump. Because he knows. He knows that. You can't remove what he knows. That's not physical. That part. And so you have to grasp. Afterlife is like dream. So like after the day, you fall into like dream or nightmare. This is dependent on your state of being, your emotional state. So it's the same in life. Life is like a day. It is a day. And so, y'all have life, then y'all have afterlife. This afterlife will be heaven or hell. This being dream or nightmare. Depending on your emotional state. If one has cleansed, self of the desires and the yearning feeling that y'all have physically for it. So it'll be 10 times worse when you don't have a physical to indulge. It's like in Islam, they have verses that say like the dead follow, men around trying to eat off, like the jinn, trying to eat off what they eat, the unseen parts, and you get my point. So all is a deep thing. Also in the Tibetan Book of the Dead, if you have a mind to grasp, it says those that do not recognize their light. It's like I said when I was explaining that book, but I didn't finish. But I was explaining when you guys die and y'all in the bardo, which is the abyss. So many different lights will emerge, but these lights are like your emotional state. You know, all you've built up while living. And so let's say you're an angry person. Of course, you had happy times. You had many different times, but so anger is what you hold the most. So that light is going to be the most familiar to you. Now, when it takes you to angry, nasty, filthy hell, you get my point? And so this is why it's good, even in physical life, to check the spirit. Meaning, y'all will gravitate to what y'all are filled with regardless if you're aware of it. You get it? That's why I said the lights will appear. This may be a good light. Follow it. But you won't. Because you say, like, that's not, I don't know that light. And so when a thing is not familiar to you, it's bad. It can be good. But if it ain't familiar to you, and you're like, I don't, that's unfamiliar feelings. It's like a woman who been hurt her whole life and then she meet a good man and then she's like, something ain't right. According to my according to my logic, all niggas ain't shit. And then she becomes disturbed, eventually pushing him away some weird way because she haven't, it's not familiar. And she'll gravitate, another bumming eventually. And so this is what I mean like that. And so you know how like we have in the West, oh, you died, follow the light. Well, when you're dealing with the Tibetan Book of the Dead, there's many lights. You have to pick one. They're paths. And so, like I said, anger and hate, it has a light, a vibration. If it's familiar to you, so you'll follow it. It'll take you to, the angry places in the world, so to say. Are y'all grasping? If so, maybe let me know every now and then. I'm getting a little hungry. It's a deep thing. I need to get married because I want some spaghetti. I don't know how to make it. It's a deep thing. Pardon me, I was just thinking out loud. Don't worry about it. I got this stuff. Y'all grasping so far, right? 60 peace and wisdom. Y'all don't like to be in good spirits, I see. Y'all want me to curse y'all out? I can. Just ask. Like, we get this ball rolling. Maybe I'll curse y'all out. Then y'all can relax or something. I don't know. Peace and peace and wisdom, Ma Junior. Okay, Joshua Hall. I know you grasping. And so where was I at? I know I was giving you guys a reference from the Tibetan Book of the Dead about how you guys would, gravitate to whatever is familiar. Peace and wisdom, Tracy Jackson. Clarence Bostic said, what does feather up means? Peace and wisdom, brother. I'm not going to answer that. I suppose you have a mind to figure it out. What's important, that's not even important. Now, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, of course, I was using that as a reference so you guys can grasp. If you become familiar with your desires, you know how y'all all in the daytimes, I want this, I want that, and y'all yearn for it. Y'all become a little disturbed and y'all can't get, everything that y'all want. And so, dying in that state is what is being spoken of when you hear hell. That's the simplest way I can say it for most of you guys. And so when I say you need to do a conscious cleansing, at least try to become aware of your emotional state and take a time out every day if you can and, simmer down, grasp. This is why it says vengeance is for the Lord. Because if you seek vengeance, of course, you become filled with the energies associated with vengeance. Carry over when you die. Then you go to Valhalla, like they say in the Far North teachings. Valhalla is the place where dead soldiers go. They die, they wake up in Valhalla. They drink ale, that's beer. Smoke a little herbals. They feast. Then they wait. They do this all night. Then they wake up in the morning and go back and repeat like how they died. The battle they had and died in, so they do this the next day. And then they die how they did. And they return to Valhalla again and they feast, they drink, smoke herbals, drink ale, and they do that forever. Now I know a lot of y'all will say, "Oh, that's strange. That sounds stupid." Brass. Afterlife and dream they correlate. What it is saying is that they will do that until the anger, hate, whatever energies had them on that soldier in time. So that has to burn out. You look at yourself like that. You're a body, you're a living being. When your body turns off, so the energy, the emotional state, it's a deep thing. It's like cutting off a light, so it takes a time to fade out. You have to fade out. Some people got hell of an ego, so like I was explaining in the beginning, how the ego is the urge, and so I'll never fade out. He said, I've been chilling today. Yeah, you still going to hell, baby. I'm gonna make sure of it. You going. I'm just I'm just playing. If you new here, I'm a little bit of an asshole. Don't worry about it. I got it though. I'm just having fun. Like you have to you have to learn to do the same. I got my Malcolm X Scully on today. I feel like, I feel real Malcolm X. It's a deep thing. It's a solace. I'm not gonna call myself X. That's how you die. Names are important. My name is Peace, Comfort. Peace and wisdom. This is why I'm so smart. You have to speak things into existence every day. It's a deep thing. I just gave y'all $1 million worth of goddamn wisdom, and y'all ain't gonna give back. Y'all think that shit is a joke. Say it again. Whatever you want to have in life, you have to say it every day. It's just simple. That's how you keep the frequency. You have to remind life, like, yeah, that's what I still want. Every day y'all wake up, y'all rap songs, they be full of death. Y'all get that. It's deep. You have to watch what you say every day. There you go. Words manifest, but it's not words that manifest. It is the sound. Sound being, air. Within air, of course, you have the smaller levels of life. Hydrogen atoms, oxygen atoms, carbon atoms. These things come together. Building blocks of life, baby. Go from atoms to molecules, molecules to cells, cells to organisms, so on and so forth. It's a deep thing. Peace and wisdom, K Flame. And so, when I say you guys will be thirsty in hell, I don't want y'all to take it as a joke. Peace and wisdom, K Flame. If that was you, you could have kept that, champ. Like I told the other dude. We don't take last. I don't take people last here. Keep that. If you need that back, let me know. I can always reverse it when I get off the video. And so let me know. Now, where was I at? Just send me about like $1,000. The big stuff. I never keep it on. I know I'm just playing. Send that little shit, all that little shit in here too. Like I need that. I need all of that. Nah, but yeah, you feel me, champ. Some of y'all come here all the time. Y'all give back when y'all have. Y'all not have to give back y'all last. This is not like church. It's not up to me. Like what happens to you when you die, you can't buy your way. You just have to be fair in life. You giving back to me, you just have to do with that. You can't buy your way. So hopefully none of y'all are stupid. Like, it's just real life. In real life, you have to, at some point, Level the mind out. This is real life. We all here. Everybody have to be fair. Simple. Everybody got their space. Everybody got to learn to respect, everybody's space. Make sure everybody get, what they entitled to. Babylon's a greedy place. Shall adopt those morals. So it's a deep thing. Peace and wisdom, K Flame. I'll add it to the land money I'm saving up. Love sending in $2, bro. I'll have land for y'all in 50 years. Keep sending in $2, so I guess I'll have land for y'all in about 25 years. But I'll have it. Don't worry about it. It's a deep thing. Yeah, where was that? Yeah, I was saying, you're being thirsty in hell. This is not like a threat for you guys to be scared, but this is just the realities of life. You have to learn to accept the goods with the bads. You get it? You got men in physical life. They living good. You got men that are in the shoe in jail right now. It's hell for them. Physically. And for the next man, his life's not that hell. He's like eating caviar right now, relaxing, mad greedy. He wants more. He doesn't even think about people that's fucked up. He doesn't care. They're not. Sometimes I'm, eating a good meal. Yesterday I had a nice chuck steak. Some good stuff. But I do this every day. Good food. I don't eat a lot. So I make sure I make it worth it. Point is, ever so often when I'm eating, then I start to think, like, damn, it's a motherfucker starving right now. You feel me? And I'm eating good. And I want more, like, you feel me? Not more, but like, I'm still working to get more money. I'm knowing I'm doing it for a purpose, but still, I'm just making a point. I be like, damn, that's kind of fucked up when you think about it. We all out here trying to get more and more, and this motherfuckers ain't even eating. Like, that shit's not funny, it's deep. So, try to grasp. The point I'm making is this. The things y'all become bound to, attached to, y'all emotional states, all these things y'all overlook. So they will come back to haunt y'all no different than they do when y'all falling asleep and then a nightmare pops up or a dream. It's all a matter of that. And so, everyone's going to hell. If you like, no, not me, I know you're going, you going, you going. As soon as you say something, I mean, you going, you going. Don't get mad at me. Your religion told you that. I'm just reminding you. Meaning if you're a Muslim or you're a Christian, so didn't your religion say like 99% of y'all was going? That's all of y'all. Nothing in life uses 100% because that's just disrespectful. So it'd be like 99%. You get my point? Y'all know what I mean. You say he's 99.9. Why they don't just be like he 100% the father? What's all the 90s? What's all this 9666? Nah, I'm just playing. I know some of y'all gonna take that and make a video out of it. I gotta watch my mouth. Yo, yeah, Solid said the 999, baby, it's really the 666. That's why they don't use 100. Y'all make up shit. But I didn't say that. I didn't say all of that. Try to grasp. If you need content, just email me. There's tons of shit that I don't even waste my time. You can have it, It's a deep thing. 666, y'all. So where was I at? I keep losing my train of thought. It's hard to explain things you already know. It's deep. It's like telling somebody 58, man, ride this bike. They like, man, I rode a bike so many times when I was a kid. Get away from that. You get it? I'm good on that. So, it's like that. I have to make fun out of this. Otherwise, I already know all of this. And so the point I'm making is no one uses 100%. You always get 99. You get my point? And so when y'all religions say 99% of y'all going, you got to start to pick up on the small things. Like, oh, hold on, that's everybody. Why we all going? Well, we all gotta go. And so you gotta go because you're in a religion. Worldly things. If you lost, religion is a worldly thing. A man to say, I don't have a religion, that's strange. Huh? You atheist? So rise. Worldly things shall follow. You know how you know when a thing is a worldly thing? When you don't put any time and thought into it. You kind of just born. Next thing you know, you a part of this thing. You don't really question it. Play dumb with self because there's a lot of other people there. That's how the energy works. You say, I'm good and safe here because we all stupid. Well, that's not what y'all say in religion. I'm good and safe here because we all have faith. Faith's being when you wasn't given no proof, so you pretend and say like, I believe. And so it's a deep thing. Faith is for lazy people. You know what I mean? Do what they need to do. So they say, I just gonna hope. Hope is for the hopeless. Because I've never seen someone who wasn't hopeless sitting around hoping for stuff. And so when y'all be all in the ghettos talking about it's hopeless, you gotta hope. Man, get your hopeless ass mind together. And they put sorcery on y'all brain. Y'all have to come to them terms at some point. All the ideals they gave y'all is for sorcery to make you a lesser. Love these ideals. Say, I come from the gutter. Where is the goddamn gutter? That part. Because the last time I checked in every Babylon, the ghetto is like right around the corner, no less than a mile away from the nice area. Right? Y'all be talking like y'all live in. You can't tell a Babylon monkey nothing. So nigga in Compton, he live right up the block from Hollywood. He like, man, I live in the gutter, blood. It's rough out here. Nigga go. Hollywood's one exit away, brother. What are you talking about? They have hella money over there. Put on some nice clothes and pretend you come from over there. The same way you pretend you was a gangster. Because this is how all gangsters is made. As kids, they pretend they gangsters, then it becomes real. They get shot, go to jail, shit like that. It become real. But it started as pretending. I don't care who you is. And so that's the jewel in life. Whatever you pretend to be will come true. Adults lose their kid, qualities, so they stop pretending. Unless it's pretending they're tough, which gets them, the same thing as the gangster. And so that's the point I'm making. If you're a gangster, at some point you pretend that you were a nice person, a nice kid. Probably kind of goofy. Somewhat on the right path. Something you liked about the gangster, you started pretending really good. It became real. Some gangsters pretend that they wasn't. They say, no, I have a legit business. I'm a rapper. So now they like Jay-Z and shit. You have to grasp the powers of pretending. He who pretends longest. You get what they want. You have to grasp, baby. And so one day I decided, I think I'm the wisest man alive. And so it starts there with the thought. Then you have to step into the role. You have to believe you're pretending. And so that's all you have in life. Because everybody's born stupid and don't know anything. You have no ideas, no nothing. And so all is pretending. But see, this pretend comes real. That's how life works. You see that deep jewel? That's top level wisdom. That's not games right there. That's real knowledge. Pretending. Otherwise, what's real? That part. Nothing. All you know is whatever the fuck you heard. And so you pick what you want to pick to say is real. I heard being a part of Islam is real, so I'm a Muslim. Outside of that, y'all know no truth. What's real? Besides what y'all pretend the most hardest about. And so this is what manifests for y'all. So if you're like a scared Muslim and you're like, I'm so scared I have to cover up my face because I live life, I'm scared to death. If I reveal myself, Allah is going to kill me, you know? Allah wanted me to manifest in this life so I can cover myself and no one can see me because Allah is dumb. That part. So y'all do dumb shit. It's a deep thing, trying grasp, pretending a lot, but y'all pretending the wrong stuff. So why don't y'all pretend like y'all great things? It's a deep thing, now that you know it's gonna happen. Y'all pretend like y'all tough and ain't shit and come from the gutter, and so if you broke right now, what do you say the most? You probably say stuff that reflects poverty, but you don't realize it. Like, I come from the gutter. So grass. Start saying you come from your mama. Say, I come from Sheila. Whatever her name is. It's a deep thing. Peace and wisdom, Clarence Bostic. Thank you for the give and receive. An arrow is nothing with a feather light, gentle, strong. Oh, brother lost out the poetry. Peace and wisdom. I'll read that later. I like poetry myself. Some of y'all should, yeah. Some of y'all, you know, seen my poem that I put up there. Spoken word. Life's a she shell. I heard it. It's so deep. Y'all have to grasp. Put your ear to the seashell. Life's a seashell. I heard it. You did too. Try and grasp. Now, where was I at? I was explaining to you guys how y'all gonna be thirsty in hell and yearning for all types of things that can all be like boiled down into just thirst. Like how y'all say, he wants sex. Y'all be like, he thirsty. Anything that got to do with yearning and desiring, so y'all be like, he thirsting. So it meant like that. You gonna be thirsty in hell. And so y'all have to begin to get control over self-grasping. Life is full of all kinds of temptations. But let me give y'all a better understanding of, hold on, I have to get something. But let me give y'all a better understanding of this existence y'all are in. He said, I saw it. It was deep. Peace and wisdom. I don't know what you mean. But let me get something right quick, and then I'll explain to y'all what this hell y'all a part of is about. It's a deep thing. Hopefully I don't have to use the restroom because, well, like I said earlier, if I end this video right now, it was 12 minutes had passed. I said y'all have like been blessed with a deep jewel, so I suppose y'all 48 minutes in, y'all. It's a deep thing. $1,000,000 scholar. Now let's get into what is this existence that we live in that is known as hell, meaning the life, the afterlife, which is the death, as well as the abyss. All of this is hell. Then of course on the other side of the abyss, so this is where our life is springing forth from, but the ego, the urge, is what makes, you know, all souls manifest back forth from the bardo or the abyss into physical life. On whatever level, you know, they manifest to. Meaning you are a cell at one point in time in your mother, father as well. It's called semen and egg cell. Now you're an organism. That's another level of life. So you're like ascending through the levels of life as a mind or awareness in vessels. Now, how this works is like this. You have physical life. Let me get my mood music together. Oh shit, Umar Nah. Yeah, I know y'all like silence, but you just shut up, nigga. I can't help it. That's it. Is brother Umar live? Let me get my grits money and pull up, baby. I got it. I'm just playing. Don't get mad. I'm sorry, y'all. Come back. Subscribe at least for y'all go. Hit thumbs up. That's a deep thing. That was my strategy. Peace and wisdom, two blunts. Hopefully y'all grasp. Now, like I was saying, this existence we live in, so it's a body, meaning our world is a body. Now, when I say our world, so our world would be the solar system that we live in. Of course, you have many solar systems. This is many different bodies on that level of life. The same way you have bodies on organism level of life. So the organisms are tucked away in the larger bodies, which are the solar bodies. Just like the cells are tucked away in the organisms, which are the larger bodies to them. So you're one individual organism, but you have billions and trillions of cells, the smaller level of life, within you. And so your body makes for a whole solar system or world for them. Peace and wisdom. And so it's the same as above, so below. So we live in one individual solar body, which is an individual person, a being on its level of life, flesh and blood. There's billions and trillions of us in this one individual. And so you have galaxies the same way. One individual galaxy has billions and trillions of solar systems in it, it being a body with its cells. Now look at the universe, this being the whole existence. I'm not saying the universe is, the ending level, but this is all y'all have, so just use that. Meaning that's the only word y'all have for everything. Now, this universal space that everything is in, we're speaking galaxies all the way down to the photon. You don't know what that is? Galaxies all the way down to the atom. Galaxy. I'm not saying the photon is the atom, but don't worry about photon, quarks, and all those things before the atom. That's enough. Galaxy, solar, organism, cell, molecule, atom. All those levels of life is within the universe. The universe being the body. All of this being the levels of life within it. No different than you. You're an organism, you have cells within you. Those cells have molecules, meaning cells consist of a bunch of molecules. Molecules consist of atoms. You get it? Atoms consist of protons, neutrons, electrons. Those consist of quarks, so on and so forth. The life is all tucked away in life like a Pandora's box. And so you have this one great universal body that all life is in existence because of, meaning it is in it. Now this universal body, like any other body, consists of mind, spirit, and physical vessel. This is how we have physical reality and all those different levels of physical life. Meaning when you come into existence, you're just one organism, but because of you come into existence, so a whole bunch of cells come into existence, before you even born out. Those cells, of course, containing molecules, all that levels of life coming into existence just from you conceiving an egg cell. You just being one organism, one universe, on its level, micro to macro. You get it? As above, so below. All tucked away within the greater. And so you have this universal body. It consists of mind, spirit, and body. The mind of this universal body is Satan. The spirit of this universal body is what y'all call Jesus, or YHWH, which spells you. And so that's the spirit of that entity. The body of the entity is Adam. So it's like you have a body, it has a name. Let's say your name is John. Of course you have a spirit This being substance that you started as, semen, all of us. That coming, from the unseen mind space of life, your cosmic mind space, the bardo, or the other side of it. This is before the ego. And so that spirit has nothing to do with, you get it? The mind, which is the Satan. So you're a mind, an awareness inside your spirit body as well as your physical body. And so grasp. The universal body is like that. Just imagine an individual. And so within this individual is what y'all call the whole universe. And so grasp. Now, let's get into the geography of this universal body. So when it says, like in Islam, all the souls in life are in the tailbone of Adam, that should make sense to you now. That part. And so you have to grasp, if you caught when I did the Kabbalah breakdown, when I explained how the Spirit of God was hovering in the waters. So you should be a little more grasping. Now, let's get into the orders of this universal body, or any body that you can think of, because all bodies are the same. They hold the same orders within. Rising, setting sun, chakra. Of course, those chakra correlate with the 7 Sephirat, 3 of the Sephirat of the 10 being unseen, representing the mind space. So you have 10 Sephirat in the Kabbalah, but only 7 matter. Those are the ones that's seen. Kadeshachma and Bina are not, if you know the Kabbalah. And so, the point I'm making is this. Let's use your body as an example. You have all the living cells in your body. They live either in the head area, this being heaven, thoracic or chest area, this being earth, the gut area, or the lumbar spine area, this being hell. Of course, they live in the private parts area, this being the abyss, the bottomless deep. So you have your 4 areas of a world. Any word you want to use, whether universe, galaxy, whatever. So we're using your body to explain this universal body and its orders. And so, like I said, you have the living cells within your body, which is a world, and they will all fall within their place. So we're alive, we live in earth. You have others alive that live in heaven. Heaven is just to say like uphill, like up north, down south. These being a matter of hills. And so you try to grasp. Now, like I said, you have living life that lives in heaven, living life that lives in earth, living life that lives in hell. If you're familiar with the Dul Qarnayn from the Islam Hadith, he put a separation between 2 peoples. That's explaining that. The people of hell and the people of earth. So y'all don't deal with them. That's far, far south. Just like y'all don't deal with the people far, far north. Heaven. And so, that's your orders of the living. Now, of course, you have the spine, the vertebrae, the bone. So that's your halls of Amenti. This is where the souls of the dead go. Meaning when all the living cells in the body die, so the energy or souls of these cells return to the spinal chamber. Either in the thoracic part, which is your earth part, the head part, which is your heaven part, the lumbar part of the spine, which aligns with your hell part, or the abyss. So you get my point? The living souls or spirits, the living life, When they die, their energy will return to the spinal chamber to its place. And so, that's the fires. You get it? And so all will simmer there. That's why in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, it's called the path to the living and the dead. The dead being below, sacrum area, where the sperm cell alive being the head area, central brain. You know, am I clear? Are y'all grasping? Because I have to use the restroom. And so these is your orders of a world. Meaning in this universal body or world that we're in, galaxies are the souls, you can say, are the deity that align with the sacrum area. Solar, the lumbar area, that's your hell area. The solar system's on fire, there's suns. Don't worry, I got this. It's deep. You have organisms, they live in earth, of course. You have cells, they're here. You have atoms. You get it? So life starts as the atom, ascending up to the galaxy. So we look at it as life is ascending, but it's going down. See, the sacrum is the biggest part of the spine. Then the lumbar. Pull up an image of your spine. You get it? And so it's like that. We see in reverse. The galaxies are at the lower part of the spine in the universal body. The solar systems are in the lumbar part of the spine of the universal body. The organisms are in the lower thoracic part of the spine of the universal body. Cells in the upper thoracic. Molecules, cervical. Atoms, grasp. And the dome piece or mind space of the universal body. And so, grasp. The farther back you go, so this is the oneness separating away. But so y'all look at it as it's an ascent. Atoms are small, they're first, and you get it? But it's reversed. Meaning in the universal body, so that part. We're going down. Solar, the lumbar part. And so it's a deep thing. Are y'all grasping so far? Now, when you're dealing with the spine on any level of life, the vertebrae, the bone of it, in our world, this solar system we live in, not the universe, but the solar system, that's our world. Of course, it's in the solar. The pyramids that y'all see that go from the south to the north, of course, south is below, north is up. Those pyramids are the bone, the vertebrae column of this body that we live in. So if you go into the pyramids, you truly going into the halls of Amenti. That's the entrance. And so when you go into the pyramids, you hear like buzzing and vibration. That's how the souls of the dead, stay below in the duat. Meaning you're not supposed to go in the pyramid. Just think of a vertebrae column, how it kind of spikes out. Where's my magazines? I don't feel like getting them. But think of a vertebrae. Now think of the pyramid complexes, whether you're talking about the ones in the Far East, the ones in Giza. Like I said, they run from south to north. That's up to down. Remember, we're the micro life inside of a macro body. So your spine column to the cells in your body would look like humongous monuments. You get it? In comparison to them, as above, so below. So the pyramids that y'all see, those are spine vertebrae. And within that spine vertebrae, you have your souls. Of course, that's in the ground, but the pyramids are over it. So think like your spine. You got cells in your body, they're around the spine, but not inside of it. And so look at inside of the spine like going down. So it's a deep thing. Like I said, you have the souls of the spirits of the dead beneath the pyramids. Like I said, that's the halls of Amenti. So any pyramids you see, that's spine bone. This is why they say the pyramids in Egypt was covered in ivory, white ivory. Because bone is white, of course it gets brittle and dark over time, but in its glory, shining white. And so you have to grasp, the pyramids are your bone of this larger body that we live in. And so, how can I explain it? It's hard for me to concentrate right now because I have to use the restroom. I think I'm going to have to end this. I gave y'all top level scholarship. It goes really deep. I got points written down so I don't lose my train of thought. But like I said, I'm gonna have to end this because I have to use the restroom. But I was gonna explain to y'all the orders of life and our path are sent through this universal body. But of course, I was using, our body to explain. As above, so below. It's all the same. And so from there, I was gonna explain when y'all die, y'all path. But I have to use the restroom. And so, like I always say, if you want to give back, you can do so at paypal.me/solidsoullarry. Or you can just click the description arrow. It's like a little arrow next to the title. Also, if you want access to private content, I have private posts as well as videos up. You can click the blue join word next to subscribe. There's 4 options. Of course, you can visit wiseservant.org, the website. And say, go pee, we'll wait. Nah, I might have to take a shit too. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. Now, like I said, you can go to wiseservant.org. All of my magazines are on sale right now for $1. Except for the Spirits in the Spine. That one is $3.99. And so, like I said, y'all can go to the website. Sale ends March 1st. I believe that's this week. Next week. So, it's the wise one. Peace and wisdom. Sweaters at the, you got to tell them there's summer grass. What's wrong with your mind, brother? Grass. Come on now. I'm show y'all how to wear it because y'all don't even know. You have to wear it right. First, you have to learn how to choke the strings. Tell them, listen here, blood, grass. You stupid. Ain't nobody home. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? In any event, I have to go use the restroom. Y'all enjoy y'all evening and make sure y'all take the time out and look at that moon. It's a beautiful thing. Salam, shalom.